Welcome back. I'm Connie Carroll and sitting in today for Ken Goldenberg, who will be returning for us on Monday. And I'm with Juanita Skillman from United Mutual. Good morning, and thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
You're going to tell us all the news about the United update.
Absolutely. First and foremost, I want to let everybody know we elected 2 new board members on Tuesday. We were very pleased to welcome back Jack Bassler, who has been on our board and had to resign last fall because of an illness of his wife who passed away. And so he is coming back on our board to finish out his term, which ends in October. Yes. And we also welcomed Maxine McIntosh, who is also a former board member, not from this term, but from years past. So we have 2 people who know what's going on, can hit the ground running, and we know are going to be real assets to our board for the next few months.
Well, I know that's a very welcome thing to have these wonderful board members back.
Yeah, and I also want to thank, there were 2 other people who were candidates for these positions, Manuel Armendariz and Reza Bastani, and they're brand new. This was their first foray into governance, and we hope that they'll come back. We hope to see them maybe running in the fall. And so this was just a 5-month term, and so an interim one, we thought, well, we'll go with the known qualities, if you will. But it's nice to have new people who want to come on and try. So
yes, it always is. Well, it does sound like you have some of the resolutions to talk about.
Absolutely. The big one we've been on here many times talking about is the land use policy
for common areas.
This has been a big issue for years, and we started back in 2002 with resolutions, and we've gone up 2004, 2007, 2008, 2015 we tried. This last spring, our board has done extensive research. We've done surveys. We've had people who did petitions. We had a town hall meeting that was broadcast to everybody on TV6. And what the sense of the community to us was that they wanted no use of common area for individual land, individual shareholders. And so we passed a resolution.
Yes.
And this resolution, of course, goes into our 30-day notification. Because there's not 30 days between our April and our May meetings, it will come up for final vote in June. But I'm very pleased to try to put this to bed. It's been a very difficult thing for our M&C committee to do the variances and say, should we, shouldn't we? Somebody did it in the past, somebody didn't. So this just makes it black and white. And it goes along with Davis-Sterling, the state laws that we are under that say no use of common area except for, disabilities or something like that. And we hope this puts it to bed and people will be finished.
Well, and it does streamline the process.
It'll make it much easier.
And you've certainly done due diligence, my goodness.
We have, we really have. We have struggled and struggled over this. And nothing we do will ever make everybody happy.
True.
But we do hope that the majority of the people that we have gotten the feedback from, the majority of the people, this is what they wanted. And so that's what we finally got through.
Well, it's a wonderful testament to the community that we live in, that so many people can live here. And this has been around for over 50 years.
That's correct.
And it's still going strong. So these resolutions really do help everyone get exactly what they would like to have.
We hope so. Yes. We hope so. And we know there are people who wanted to expand their units.
Of course.
And there were always reasons why yes and why no.
Yes.
But the no's resoundingly came out, at least now, for no. And so that's what the board has done. That doesn't mean in the future some other board may change it. That's what resolutions are all about.
That's true.
But we hope for now that we have gotten this put to bed.
Well, I think that's wonderful, and thank you for all the hard work that you and the Mutual have put into this.
We have.
Yes.
We have on this one particularly. Now, we'd had it out for 30-day notice, and so we finalized the collection and lien policy enforcement. And this is important because what it does is say our collection agency will be not just for people who are arrears in assessments.
Yes.
But if you have monetary fines, penalties, traffic violations, those kinds of things, and you just say, "Meh," and don't pay them,
or you just get busy,
they're going to come after you. Well, we have a lot of people who feel it's just a slap on the hand, and I don't really have to pay that. And if we don't have consequences
yes,
for our rules, why do we have the rules?
True.
We have a lot of wonderful operating rules. We have a lot of things in the village, but in the past we've had very lax
enforcement. Perhaps.
So
yes.
we're hoping that this is going to make a difference there. We also found that our schedule of monetary penalties, which is done by state law,
yes,
and says the minimum and maximum that we can do, hadn't been changed in many, 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 many years and brought up to date. And
yes,
so with the economy and everything that has included, we brought those up, we raised them, and we hope that a little bit stiffer penalty in many of the things will
it'll be the proper message.
Encourage people to,
yes,
to follow through. So this includes things like animal control, dogs on leash, dogs barking,
yes,
dogs running around, those kinds of things. It also is illegal occupancy when you have somebody in your unit that you're not supposed to have in your unit, disturbances, clutter. That's another big thing that we deal with, clutter on the balconies, clutter in the breezeways and on your patios and in your carports, which not only makes our community look bad, but is often an eyesore or a difficult thing for neighbors. And
True, an eyesore, and in some cases could even be a little dangerous.
Yes, it can. Especially in the breezeways. People don't understand that we have to keep everything open so that if we do have a medical emergency or something like that, they need to be able to get through.
Yes.
And that has not been true with some things who want an outdoor living room and put in chairs and tables and all that kind of stuff.
And all of the open space here at Laguna Woods Village, it's so beautiful, it's so inviting. Of course, you would want to enjoy it to the best you can, but you do have to remember our emergency response professionals do need to be able to get where they need to go quickly.
Absolutely. And you have to remember that you're now part of a community. Too many people move here from single-family homes or something like that, and they don't really know until they move in how thin our walls are. We don't have a lot of insulation between them, and so you turn your TV up to the maximum and they can hear it 2 units over.
Yes.
So, you know, we really have to work with our people to say you have to really work with your neighbors and understand that they have the right to quiet enjoyment of their units as well as you.
And Laguna Woods Village is really kind of the best of all worlds. You want to be in a community at this time, and it is different than being in a single family residence in another neighborhood.
Right.
So,
or even an apartment house.
True.
The units that we have, our manors, are similar to an apartment, particularly in United, which is a co-op, and you don't own your unit, you're a shareholder.
Yes.
But we have to respect our neighbors. That's what it basically comes down to.
And you don't have the density that you would have someplace else in an apartment house or another type of condominium living situation.
Right. And in United, we have, I think, 8 is the most that we have. Now, Third has larger units, they're garden villas that can have many more. But you still have to respect your neighbors.
It is a balance.
It is.
Well, we're very glad that the United Mutual is taking care of that and keeping in place that balance that is so important to all of us. And
we try.
And you are succeeding. You've gotten that resolution through. That's really wonderful.
Right.
And I so appreciate you being here today to give us the update and let us know what we
did. One more thing
that
I'm very proud of at our meeting.
We
had our election of officers for every time we change and put new people on, et cetera, we have an election of officers. And I'm very proud to say I was elected president. And I wanted to thank Janie Durrell, who has been our interim president for the last 2 months when our president before was not able to attend our meetings.
Yes.
She was our second vice president. She is now our first vice president.
Wonderful.
Don Tibbetts is second vice president, and Maggie Blackwell took over secretary, which I used to be. And I'm sure she's going to do a great job on that. So Pat English stayed on as treasurer. So we have a really great executive team, I think, to work with our new board members and our older board members.
And congratulations on becoming Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for being with us today.
It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. And it is our pleasure to have you remain with us after this message. Our next guest will be Lisa Bartlett. She is the Orange County 5th District Supervisor, and she will be with us right after this. Please stay with us.